In Charlotte, North Carolina. It's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Carolina Panthers taking on the Detroit Lions.
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Detroit Lions and the Carolina Panthers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
I love today's NFL because it is high-flying, big-time action, some risk involved. But how about him eliminating all that last week? 3 touchdown passes, incredible yardage.
Yeah, almost 400.
Big-time game.
Brissett to throw on first. Screen pass to Connor. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Brissett's throw into the hands of Henry here. The numbers for Hunter Henry from a week ago. 5 catches, 54 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
First down run for Connor, not going to get much. Maybe a yard. Second down. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Brissett. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
I know teams always talk about having a 24-hour rule after a game, and eventually we end up rolling our eyes. But it works both ways, right? 24 hours if you win, 24 if you lose. But, boy, it's a fun 24 when you win the game. And you win NFC Offensive Player of the Week, isn't it?
Absolutely. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 3 catches, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
2nd down and inches. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. I think if you get towards mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Rondale Moore, the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in somewhere along the assembly.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Garrett Wilson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure.
Touchdown, Detroit! Jamar Chase, 66 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by York is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run right here with Swift. He'll get this to about the 38. The Panthers in a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. First down, and they go with Swift again. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after one. Second and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? His throw caught right around the 6. And the Panthers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Garrett Wilson with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Panthers have moved out in front. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Point after, right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. First down, Brissett. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. On 1st and 10 is Conner. He showed off the athletic juke, but it didn't buy him a whole lot of real estate. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Throwing, Brissett. They'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 32-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Brissett on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Brissett. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Palmer. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have a Lions first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Connor. And for a second straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Cade York on now for the field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. That's always a risk on those longer kicks. You have to drive it low to get it there. That opened the door for a better chance for the defense to get a hand on it, and that's just what we saw there.
And even if the odds increase a little bit because it's a longer field goal attempt, it's still difficult to get hands on the football and create a block. Big-time excitement for that unit, getting through and knocking that one away.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Now a play fake here on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. This one finds Wilson downfield. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. Now he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Second down and 3, ball on the 7. They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. Rondale Moore. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. That time a 6-play drive. And Carolina scores to cap it off. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Lions offense set to take over. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 3rd down, Brissett. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Brissett. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brissett. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. Brissett now. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now Austin. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here are the Panthers set to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Wilson's got it on the crossing route. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. And this looks like a roughing call. So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. He finds Wilson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll look to throw here. And this is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Looking left side. That's caught by Moore. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
A good run there on first down. And it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. play fake. Here's Brissett. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. Connor up the middle. No gain on the play there, second down.
That's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain, his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get it.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, Brissett. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Brian Burns, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up fourth down. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. Oh, they're just looking good hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of a team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches, just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
2nd and 6. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
He'll drop to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. From 3 yards out, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball, definitely coming from his head coach.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Lions are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's stripped. He lost the football. Second and 4. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. He'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown, Panthers. Garrett Wilson, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Panthers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So out now come the Lions. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Brissett. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Brissett sets to throw it. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Now this offense and Garrett Wilson headed back out. So far he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know. We'll
throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Jamison Williams, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Panthers add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. To throw is Brissett. He'll get this to Connor underneath. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
They go play action with Brissett. He completes it to Henry. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Working with a 2nd and 3. Into the air once more. It's Brissett. Screen pass to Connor. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the 1st down.
Brissett's throw taken in by Palmer. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Play fake, Brissett. Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Got a man, it's complete, it's Palmer. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 26. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Again, it's Brissett. And that one almost intercepted. But it's incomplete. He had space in front of him if he had held on. But instead, it's 3rd down. From the gun, here's Brissett. High throw, but the catch is made. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Brissett. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Throwing, Brissett. And he wisely will throw that one away.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
This is 3rd and goal. Brissett. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
York able to send this one through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. That one looks like he'll throw here. Throws right side, and that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down. Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way, and plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Back to throw again. And incomplete on the deep ball. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Panthers, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Detroit, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay.